The day began like any other in Konohagakure, a tranquil start, much like countless others before it. The sun's gentle rays kissed the rooftops, promising warmth and prosperity. Sunlight streamed over Hokage Rock, illuminating the faces of those who came before, the legendary leaders who shaped our village. Their watchful gaze seemed to bless the peaceful scene, and laughter echoed through the streets, the carefree sounds of children playing, merchants bartering, and friends sharing stories. It was the symphony of everyday life, a testament to the vibrant community we had built. I, Naruto Uzumaki, the 7th Hokage, sat at my desk, the weight of responsibility heavy on my shoulders, yet my heart was light with hope. I watched from my office. The familiar panorama of Konoha spread out before me, a tapestry of homes, shops, and training grounds. Grateful for the peace we'd fought so hard to achieve, a peace bought with sacrifice and unwavering determination. It was a peace we cherished, a peace we swore to protect. But peace is fragile, a delicate balance easily disrupted. It requires constant vigilance, a readiness to face any threat that dares to challenge it. Suddenly, a deep alien hum silenced the village, an unsettling sound that cut through the air like a knife, instantly replacing joy with apprehension. Faces turned skyward, searching for the source of the ominous noise, a collective sense of unease rippling through the crowd. As a colossal shadow eclipsed the sun, a darkness that spread rapidly, swallowing the light and casting an eerie pall over everything. A monstrous ship, unlike anything we'd seen, hovered above us, a silent behemoth of unknown origin and intent. Its sheer size was overwhelming, dwarfing even the tallest buildings. Smaller vessels detached, like metallic insects swarming from a nest, their movements precise and menacing. Black fighters screaming through the air with terrifying precision, their engines emitting a high-pitched whine that sent shivers down our spines. Panic spread, a wave of fear washing over the village as people scrambled for safety, their cries echoing through the streets. But so did resolve, the unwavering spirit of Konoha refusing to be extinguished. Even in the face of overwhelming odds, our people stood firm. Jonin and Chunin leapt into action, their faces grim but determined, ready to defend their home. They moved with speed and purpose, years of training kicking in, guiding civilians to safety, ensuring the vulnerable were protected from the impending danger. Their selfless acts were a beacon of hope amidst the chaos. The NBU Black Ops emerged, ready to defend the village, their presence a silent promise of unwavering protection. Their masked faces concealed their emotions, but their eyes burned with fierce determination. My heart pounded with grim determination, the weight of my responsibility pressing down on me. I knew what I had to do. This was no ordinary enemy, a threat unlike any we had faced before, an unknown force that defied our understanding. No chakra, only a cold foreign power, a technological might that seemed to surpass our own. This was a battle on a new frontier. The sky, once a symbol of hope, a canvas of endless possibilities, now felt like a mocking reminder of what we were about to lose. Now caged us beneath an unknown threat, trapped under the shadow of a power we didn't understand. But the spirit of Konoha would not break, our resilience forged in the fires of countless battles. We would not surrender. We would stand and fight, united against this common enemy, our resolve unwavering, protecting our home and our future, defending the legacy of those who came before us. We would not let them down. Our peace was shattered, but our resolve was unyielding, our determination burning brighter than ever before. The battle for the Hidden Leaf was about to begin, a fight for our survival, a fight for our future. I donned my Hokage cloak, the fabric settling around me like a familiar embrace. It was a symbol, not just of power, but of the hopes and dreams of every person in this village. A responsibility I carried with pride, and tonight, with a heavy heart. The weight of responsibility heavy on my shoulders, a tangible pressure that seemed to grow with each passing moment. The fate of Konoha, of my family, of everyone I held dear, rested on my decisions. It was a burden I willingly accepted, a promise I had made long ago. Shadow clones raced to protect my family, a silent promise whispered on the wind. They were extensions of my will, each one dedicated to ensuring the safety of those I loved most. Hinata, Boruto, Himawari, their faces flashed through my mind, fueling my resolve. And gather intel from Shikamaru. His calm strategic mind was a vital asset, sifting through the chaos to find the threads of order. Every piece of information, every calculated risk, could be the difference between victory and utter destruction. Kurama stirred within me, a low growl rumbling in the depths of my being. His immense power, once a source of fear, was now a necessary weapon, a force to be reckoned with against the encroaching darkness. Sensing the same oppressive energy from the invaders, it was a chilling presence, unlike anything we had faced before, a palpable sense of dread that hung heavy in the air. This was not a simple invasion, it was something far more sinister. Sasuke appeared, a figure shrouded in mystery and power, Rinnegan glowing, its intricate patterns swirling with otherworldly energy. His presence was a reassurance, a silent promise of unwavering support in the face of overwhelming odds. This isn't chakra, it's something ancient and malevolent. His words sent a shiver down my spine, confirming my deepest fears. This was not a battle against mere soldiers, but against something far older, far more dangerous. Sakura joined us, her emerald eyes blazing with determination, her strength of 100 seal glowing ready for battle. A testament to her unwavering dedication and unparalleled medical ninjutsu, she was the bedrock of our team, the healer and the hammer. Kakashi stood by, calm and sharp as ever. His Sharingan eye, a constant reminder of the past, now served as a beacon of experience and wisdom guiding us through the darkness. Team 7 was united, a bond forged in countless battles and shared experiences. We were more than just teammates. We were family, bound by a loyalty that transcended any obstacle. Shikamaru's voice crackled in our ears. They're deploying ground troops, hundreds in white armor. We need to hold the main gates and plaza. His words were a call to action, a stark reminder of the immediate threat facing our village. Orders flew. Ino, Choji, Kiba, Shino, Hinata, Lee, Guy, all mobilized, the will of fire binding us together. A shared belief in protecting our home, our families, and our way of life. It was the very essence of what it meant to be a ninja of the Hidden Leaf. We leapt into the fray as the first wave landed, stormtroopers firing red energy bolts that tore through buildings. The air crackled with energy, the ground trembled beneath our feet, and the screams of the injured echoed through the streets. But the ninja of the leaf struck from the shadows, kunai and paper bombs meeting blaster fire. A clash of old and new, of tradition and technology, a desperate struggle for survival. We were shinobi, this was our home, and we would defend every inch. Every street, every building, every life was worth fighting for. We would not let these invaders desecrate our home. The invaders' discipline met our unity and cunning. Their rigid formations clashed against our unpredictable movements, their superior firepower countered by our strategic brilliance. The fight for Konoha had truly begun. A battle that would test our limits, push us to the brink, and ultimately define who we were as shinobi. Our bonds, our tactics, our will of fire, these would be our greatest weapons. The strength of our connections, the ingenuity of our strategies, and the unwavering flame that burned within each of us. The village was a battlefield, but we would not yield. We would stand our ground, fight with every ounce of our being, and protect our home until our last breath. Every shinobi moved with purpose, every attack coordinated, a symphony of destruction, orchestrated by years of training and a shared understanding of the battlefield. The enemy was powerful, but we were stronger together. Our unity was our shield, our shared purpose our sword, and our unwavering belief in each other our greatest strength. The Hidden Leaf would not fall. We would endure, we would persevere, and we would emerge victorious, no matter the cost. The true battle had only just started. The clash of ideologies, the test of will, the fight for the very soul of Konoha was about to begin. Amidst the chaos, a black shuttle descended into the central plaza. The ramp hissed open, and from the mist emerged a towering figure in black armor, Darth Vader. His mechanical breathing chilled the air, commanding instant obedience from the stormtroopers. The dark energy radiating from him was suffocating, a void of hatred and despair. With a gesture, he lifted Jonin off the ground, choking them without a single hand sign. This was no ninjutsu. This was a power beyond our world. Vader ignited a crimson lightsaber, its deadly hum silencing the battlefield. Your resistance is futile. This world will join the Empire or be turned to dust. His words were a decree, not a negotiation. I realized this fight would be more than strength or numbers. It would be a battle of wills. As Hokage, it was my duty to confront this darkness. The fate of the village rested on this confrontation. I stepped forward to face him. I landed before Vader, my Hokage cloak billowing. The crowd fell back, sensing the gravity of the moment. I am Naruto Uzumaki, 7th Hokage. We will never surrender our home. My chakra flared as I entered 6-part Sage mode. Vader's red blade glowed, his voice cold. Your spirit is strong, but you are misguided. He lunged, lightsaber swinging with unstoppable force. I met his attack with a chakra-infused kunai, sparks flying. His strength was overwhelming, his power alien. I tried a Rasengan, but he stopped me mid-air with the force, hurling me into rubble. He could attack and defend without moving, a terrifying advantage. My usual tactics were neutralized. I had to adapt. This was no ordinary battle. It was a test of everything I'd learned. I needed to be smarter, to find a way through his impenetrable defense. The fate of Konoha depended on it. I steeled myself for the fight ahead. Direct attacks failed. My initial strategy, relying on brute force and straightforward techniques, proved ineffective against Vader's overwhelming power. I had underestimated the depth of his defenses and the speed of his counterattacks. So I unleashed a dozen shadow clones, each with a Rasengan. A swarm of attacks, a barrage of spinning energy, all aimed at overwhelming him. I hoped that the sheer number of Rasengans would break through his defenses. Vader cut them down effortlessly, his lightsaber a blur. Each clone, each Rasengan, met the same fate. A swift, precise strike from his glowing blade. He moved with an almost preternatural speed, deflecting and destroying each attack with ease. It was like watching a whirlwind of light dismantle my carefully constructed offensive. While he was occupied, I gathered nature energy, sensing the world around me, drawing power from the very earth beneath my feet. I needed a different approach, something that could bypass his defenses and exploit a weakness. For a massive Rasengan, a swirling vortex of pure raw energy, far greater than anything I had created before. This was not just chakra, it was the power of the natural world, focused and amplified. He stopped it mid-air, his hand outstretched, a dark energy field crackling around it. The Rasengan, a force of nature, hung suspended as if caught in an invisible web, redirecting its force harmlessly away. The massive energy I had poured into the attack was simply turned aside, dissipated into the environment without causing any harm. It was a display of power that defied my understanding. He was controlling my chakra with his own power, a violation of everything I knew. It was as if he had reached into my very being and seized control of the energy that flowed through me. How could he manipulate chakra, something so intrinsically tied to my own life force? "Your power is unfocused," Vader said, his voice a deep, resonant rumble that seemed to vibrate through the very air. His words were laced with a chilling certainty, a sense of absolute authority. "The force is an ocean. You are splashing in the shallows." A vast, limitless ocean compared to my small, contained pool of chakra. He saw my power as insignificant, a mere ripple on the surface of something far greater. He attacked, hurling debris at me with the force. Rocks, metal, anything within reach became a projectile, launched with incredible speed and force. It was a relentless barrage, a storm of destruction aimed at overwhelming me. I shielded myself with truth-seeking orbs, summoning the black spheres to create a protective barrier around me. They absorbed the impact of the debris, deflecting the force-driven projectiles. Realizing brute strength wouldn't win, I needed to change my tactics, to find a way to outmaneuver him, to exploit a weakness that raw power couldn't overcome. His power drew from anger and hatred, a dark parasitic force. It fueled his attacks, amplified his strength, but it also seemed to consume him from within. But beneath that darkness, I sensed a flicker of pain and regret, a brief glimpse of the man beneath the mask, a hint of the suffering that fueled his rage. That was his weakness, not a physical flaw, but an emotional vulnerability, a chink in his armor that I could potentially exploit. I had to exploit the conflict within him, not just his power, to reach the man trapped beneath the darkness, to force him to confront his own pain. This battle was as much about hearts as it was about strength. It was a clash of ideologies, a struggle between light and darkness, and the key to victory lay in understanding the emotional landscape of my opponent. I focused, searching for a way to reach the man behind the mask, to find the words, the actions, that would resonate with his inner turmoil and break through the wall of hatred he had built around himself. The key to victory lay in understanding, not just force. It was about empathy, about compassion, about finding a way to connect with the humanity that still lingered within him. I prepared for my next move, not with a surge of power, but with a carefully considered strategy, a plan to reach his heart and expose the light that still flickered within the darkness. Suddenly, Rock Lee burst in dynamic entry, kicking Vader back. Lee's arrival reminded me I wasn't alone. Shikamaru's shadow possession froze Vader. Choji rolled in as a human bullet tank. Vader broke free with a wave of dark energy, flinging Choji aside. But their teamwork gave me an opening. Our bonds were our strength. Vader was facing all of Konoha, not just me. "Our bonds give us strength you can't understand," I declared, chakra blazing. Sakura healed the wounded. Ino coordinated defenses. Kiba and Shino harried the enemy. Every ninja played their part, weaving an unbreakable web of unity. This was the true power of the hidden leaf. Across the village, chaos reigned, but so did courage. The Hyuga clan's Byakugan and the Aburame's insects turned the tide, disabling stormtroopers and jamming their tech. Iruka shielded students. Konohamaru led his team with Rasengan. Civilians built barricades and cared for the wounded. The will of fire united us all. Every street, every memory, every life defended. The invaders fought for conquest. We fought for home. The village was scarred but unbroken. The cost was high, but our spirit endured. I knew I had to end this. Vader had to be defeated. I couldn't win a war of attrition. Vader's power seemed endless. I combined Six-Path Sage Mode and Kurama's chakra, forming a towering avatar. "So this is your true power," Vader taunted, but I focused on my bonds, not his words. I gathered all my chakra for my ultimate attack, Tailed Beast Bomb Rasen Shuriken. The golden sphere shrieked through the air, unstoppable. Vader braced himself, lightsaber ready. The explosion was blinding, the shockwave immense. When the light faded, a massive crater remained. The stormtroopers, leaderless, retreated. The Empire's ships vanished into the sky. The battle was over. Konoha had survived. In the crater's center, Vader lay defeated, armor shattered, mask broken. His life force flickered with regret, not hate. He reached out, whispering, "There is still good." I saw not a monster, but a man lost in pain. I knelt beside him as he breathed his last. The silence was heavy. The battle was won, but at great cost. The village was scarred, but the will of fire endured. As the sun set, we began to rebuild, every villager helping to heal the wounds. The crater became a memorial park, a symbol of unity and resilience. We had faced a threat from beyond the stars and proven our bonds unbreakable. The hidden leaf was hurt, but whole. Our unity was our light. We were stronger than ever. The will of fire would never be extinguished, and Konoha would rise again.